Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 41, as I always do before I play any games. Yesterday it took me forever. It took me like an hour and a half to hit the 41. Hello, Mimzovic. When we be back in Canada. Yeah, so I'm hoping to do better today. Hello, Jafar Al Jassim. Okay, here we go. Hopefully today goes better than yesterday. But I played one game yesterday and I won with the bird, so I'm happy about that. September 2nd. Right when... you got so many tournaments there, you can't complain. You know. Under 1700. Wait, you're not under 1700 though. Time with family. Yeah. You mean this trip? It's you mean you're at the bottom? You're just over? Well, it depends what you're going for. If you're going for rating, that's perfect for you. It couldn't be better. Right? If you're trying to win money, then yeah, it's not good, but chess is probably the worst way to make money. Check rook f2, take on g6, g3. If king h2, I can always take on g3. So do the fork here. Check, and then knight f5 should be good. Here we have rook f7 is mate. Black. What a weird position. So I could take his rook, and then I would be up a piece. His check shouldn't hurt. And then take the rook, I presume. There should be a mate somewhere here. Here. Knight g2 looks like mate. Oh, it hangs the rook. Oh, the rook's already hanging. So maybe I can give up the bishop. Because that still hangs the rook. What am I talking about? Okay, so let's look at this line because it's forcing. And then I guess I'm just taking the knight. I was trying to give checkmate, but I guess I'm just taking the knight. That's anticlimactic there. Hello, Amateur Shop. Ooh, VCS. Aren't those just full of little kids? Okay, so we have a check. King h2. I have a check here on e3. I have a knight check right now. I have knight f3. If king f1, I think queen e1 is mate. So yeah, that's a mate in 2. I think, yeah. We are white. Okay, so let's look at rook f8 check. All right, then king g6, and then check, and I can promote. But can he take on f2? So rook f8, king g6, rook f6. Actually, he could take with a king there. But then I promote, I'm up the exchange. He can take on f2. I just move the king somewhere, like king h1. I'm up the exchange. I'm hoping that's good enough. And I think I was taking on f6 here. I don't like that puzzle. Not a fan. This wins the queen. It's going to be something here. Or there's a mate here. So can I go check? What about this? Something like this here. Is it just bishop d4? That would be lame. It's queen a3. This is still interesting to me. I don't see what we're getting out of that. I mean, could it be bishop d4, let's say queen a3, king b1, let's say. And let's just say he makes some move. Queen e7. I'm taking the knight. It'll be equal material, but that's a good position. But this just doesn't seem like a puzzle. Does not seem like a puzzle. I might have bishop b2. Might make more sense, because then there's nothing for him. I mean, again, I'm not winning material though. But my position just looks so good there. Queen a2. Yeah, I'm just taking on f6, threatening mate here, and threatening his rook. I'm going to go with this. I'm actually doing really slow today. I don't see what the idea is otherwise. Yeah, I'm just going to go here. I don't like this puzzle. Okay, and then take with the bishop maybe, because I'm threatening rook d8. I did not like that. I did not enjoy that. Check, and then we block here. His bishop can't aid in the efforts. We have a check on d4. Doesn't do a whole lot. But then his knight might be trapped. Then I might have rook f7. You know, because after king h1, rook f7, his knight can't move. Okay, nice. Oh, A123, please don't suggest moves. See the text up here. I know it's small. Please don't suggest moves. Fortunately, I found it. before seeing that. This should pick up a piece. I don't know why it's hard for people not to suggest moves. It's pretty simple advice, or not advice, request. And then I think I'm just taking the rook here. Okay, so we have a check. And then if he goes to d7, I don't know this, but what else would it be? Oh, this is a rook. I thought this was a queen. That makes things easier. But you would think it's queen g8. Oh, sorry, I mean queen e6 or queen g8. Yeah, I didn't actually see queen e6 first. I was looking at queen g8 first. Okay, so he has one move. He has to go to king d8. I mean, that's good enough right there. Why am I even thinking on this? Sahil, chess is already boring if we can't suggest move. Well, this isn't a stream for you. I recommend Call of Duty or Checkers or something. Sahil. I don't recommend this stream. Or chess. You probably won't like it. Okay, so if I go queen d3, he's hiding on h2. Oh, there's a fork here. So it should work here. Okay. What about queen h4? Queen h5 rather. And then I might actually have knight h3 there. That's tricky though. Or would I have time to play rook h4? So queen h5, king g1, rook h4, rook f. No, that doesn't. Yeah, that's not good. He's just hiding. Plus, he could just play f3 or something. So I might have knight h3. If he goes back to h1, I have a discovery. I don't know how good the discovery is. Might not be any good. To double check, so he has to go back to G1. But that's not so clear after. Like, what am I doing after that? I think it's queen h5, but I don't know after king g1. If it's not knight h3, I don't know, because I don't think it's rook h4. He just moves his rook. Oh, wait, sorry, he can't move his rook. It would be mate. Okay, but he might have f3 there. So queen h5, rook g1, rook h4, f3. Because I have rook d2 at the end. So check, king f2. I don't know if rook d2 does anything there. Rook d2 check. I mean, he can even just keep going to e1. I don't think we're doing it. This doesn't seem to be working. Sahil. No, the thing is, I have chat open now, so I don't want any help That's why. Otherwise, I have to minimize chat, and then I can't interact with chat. So what you can do is you can say something like, "I think I see it," or "I see the idea," blah blah blah. But don't say any actual moves. Or after I finish the puzzle, then you can reflect on it. You can be like, "Oh, I think last puzzle he had. I thought there was a pin, blah blah blah." But yeah. Otherwise, because it's not a group. It's not a group. We're not solving this as a group. I'm just solving it by myself. I know it's not. It doesn't make for the greatest content, but that's my priority. My priority is to try to improve more than it is to be an. I'm not trying to be an entertainer. That's not why I started the channel. The channel is really to kind of document my journey to improve. So again, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. Anyways, Queen H5, King G1. Oh, mate. I don't know. I don't know the continuation there. I mean, Knight H3. Oh my God. No, that doesn't work. Yeah. So the closest I can see is Knight H3, check. But I didn't even look at GH. I was just looking at King H1 because even that I don't know how to continue. But even just GH might just refute my whole plan there. But if it's not Queen H5, I really... It has to be going after the king, right? I mean, unless I'm picking up the bishop, and I don't see how that's happening. This is very hard. It has to be here. But maybe it's not Knight H3. Because Knight H3, I think at the very least he has GH. And he's totally fine there. So if not Knight H3, I don't think it's Knight F3 because he can just take it. That doesn't help us at all. I looked at Rook H4, but then I thought he had F3. Now F3 I think is the only defense. So that does, or F4, but same idea. So I'll have to look at this again. Maybe I have time to play Rook D2, but then he just plays... Oh, he can't do that. Maybe, I wonder if I have time to play cut off the escape route with Rook D2. I might, which is... Okay, so what if the whole thing, except the pawn is on F4 instead? Because then if I go Rook D2, he's on my knight. But it doesn't matter because that knight doesn't do anything. I think it might be Rook D2. So I think it might be Queen H5, King G1, Rook H4, F3, Rook D2, the slow cutting off move. Yeah, it's got to be a little careful, but yeah. So I'm going to look at this one with the engine after. This one I think is underrated a little bit, not by much, but a little bit. Yeah. So if F3, that's the move, Rook D2. Normally those cutting off moves don't work because it's too slow, but I guess here it worked. That yeah. For a puzzle rating, I think that should be higher than 1700. Should be like 1850, maybe 1900. I think the reason it's 1700 is because some people are guessing along the way. They're not seeing everything. Okay, anyways, moving on. We are white. We have Knight G5. What? Yeah, because if he takes my queen, then it's mate, right? If he takes my knight, oh, maybe he can just take my knight. No, then I take the rook. It's mate. He has no. Okay, he does have a check. No, he doesn't because he's pinned. I think this is it. And then we just take the queen. Rapid, I'm 2100. Okay, here we have a breakthrough. So So takes. Can he get there in time? No, he can't. No knight forks in to speed up his way. And yeah, it should be good. And we don't want to push because then he can stop us. So we have to take. We don't need to worry about that. Plus, we can't do anything about it anyways. And now we do want to stop it. Okay. Queen h4 threatens mate. He might have to give up the queen. Oh, we always have to look for this. So bishop f4, but then we take on f2 here. And then we take the bishop. And it'll be equal material there, but my king is safer. And we're up 2 pawns. So I don't see how that's not good. Yeah. Okay. That was a bad puzzle because you had to find that by necessity. Okay. And you get rewarded even if you don't see the bishop f4 in the beginning. His queen looks suspect in where it's placed, but he's threatening to take on d2, so we have to force this. If we start with a check, you can't take with the rook because I think this is going to be a mate. Yeah, mating on c7. So he needs to move the king. He has 2 options. If he goes to d8, I can give a check, and he has to go to the 7th rank. Then I have a discovery. I win the queen. So that's good. And yeah. Yeah. Discovery here, and we win the queen. I told you that queen. I knew the queen was going to play a role. It was too oddly placed. Here we have a discovery. This wins his queen. He's not mating us. We're just up material there. So, oh boy. Don't tell me it's... oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be hard to calculate. It's probably taking, because it's always taking in these situations. So I could take and then play h4. Or I could take and play king g3. And then if king g5, I have h4. King g6, king f4, king f5. But then I have g3. And he has to give way. If I don't take, I'm not going to get any. This is like we have to take. We split the pawns up. I'm not going to do better than this. And now I think it might be king g3. If I go h4, I mean, this looks good too. These are my 2 moves, obviously, right? But h4, I'm not sure about because he starts to make a run for it here. And then, I don't know. h4 looks good though. Could f4 be a problem? Maybe. f4, king g1, king g6, king f2, king f5, king f3. And then I think he's fine because he can just go back between e5 and f5. So this, yeah, h4, f4 might be the problem here. Because then he gets this, and he can go back between e5 and f5. So if I go king g3, and he goes king g6, then I go h4, and I'm going to have this reserve tempi of g3. I'm going to play it. Trust my end games. Nice. Okay. We're down a pawn. We have a check. It's a fork. It's not a check. It is a check. I think I'm just taking on f3 here. Oh, my queen's under attack, so I have to trade queens and then I take on g5. So check. And the Petrov, well, the Petrov is a black opening. Yeah, so I think I just take on take on e2 and then take on g5. I might even be able to take here. I could probably have my choice. What? Wait. Oh, there's a fork here at the end, so I don't have time to take the bishop. Oh, that was going to be a decent run, too. Yeah, this was my plan, but then there's a fork here. I missed the fork. Damn. Gotta start over. Oh, boy. That was a shame. That was a shame. That was a shame. Because it wasn't that hard. And I got all the hard ones done. I don't know what I'm doing after this. But I don't see what else there would be. I can't believe I have to start over. So what, he moves the king and then what? I don't see what else it would be. Wait, I want to look at this one with the engine. Like, why doesn't he just move the king? Or maybe not there. Let's say he goes back. I know, that's what's... Yeah, and that's why I don't want help, because I'll have to start over if somebody says something. I don't like this one. This is rated 1100. I don't like this. That's a down vote from me. That was a stupid puzzle. And the puzzles get harder with each one. So they start off easy and then they get harder and harder. So... I can give a check and then... I'm slightly better there. Oh, do you have rescue pawns? Take? No. What? Wait. Oh, he's got rook g6. Oh, yeah, this is what happens. If I get it wrong in the first attempt, then I get really impatient. And it just gets worse and worse. The first attempt is my best chance. He's in zugzwang here. Black. I don't understand what this is about. Deflection. We have a check. No calculating. Check, take, check, take, check. Wow. The heck is this? The heck is this? We take here. Take. Attack the knight. Free bishop. Bishop h6 at the end. But how does it work? Because I'm going to take... No, we go there now. Yeah. We don't give a check. Ooh. Rook E1 he can't take, right? Because he's pinned. And then I have check. Oh, this is still actually tricky. So Rook E1. Right, we take. And then he takes on A6. Check. Bishop G1. Rook E1. Rook takes. Check. Yeah, it's tricky. I think, and there might be something like Bishop G3 in there. Yeah, I didn't calculate. I'm getting a little sloppy here. I think Rook E1 would have been the best try. So I want to look at that line with the engine. Here, this would have. I mean, definitely been the best try. Yeah, there's multiple ways to win. Okay, so Bishop H2. I was thinking possibly. I wasn't sure if this is just equal. Yeah, that's 1400. That's completely underrated there. This is a kill box, and okay, I don't know what that's about. Now, can I run on my own? I should be able to. If C5, well, that's not the problem. The problem is if he takes on B6. But I will promote before him. He'll get close. And it is a bishop pawn. But I have another pawn. Yeah, I think that's winning because I have this other pawn. I mean, if I brought in the king, then I'm too slow because I moved the king. Yeah. So that's strange. I thought he was going to take the pawn. Now, I think I have to take, otherwise he's just going to promote. Okay, so we have a check. Right, he's got to protect the knight or the rook. Then I have another check. He needs to protect the rook. And then I have mate. What? What? First of all, I didn't see Queen G7, but I thought oh, I'm not on the rook. What did I think he had to protect the rook? He didn't have to protect the rook on the second move. Sorry, guys. I got to start over again. That was sloppy. What can I say? What can I say? Like the video, Canadian Slippers. Interesting. Interesting name. Are these both not mate? But here we cover E4. There's a fork. Should be good enough at this level. There's knight C5. Oh, there's a fork right here. It's much simpler. And, ooh, we're in check. Well, I find it hard to believe that we wouldn't go in front of it. And we are black. So here we have a fork. Forks galore. Here we have a fork. Forks galore. Here we have a winning endgame. Here we have a mate and 2. And Bowden's mate. Oh, well. What am I doing? I'm going way too quick. I undefended that other square. Okay, I gotta slow down. I'm not gonna slow down. I will try to, but I'm just getting impatient. Fork, is the fork good enough? We have more pawns at the end. I'm not seeing a mate, so I think the fork is enough. We have a deflection. Ooh, thanks for the sub, Canadian Slippers. Okay, there's a fork again. Now we're not getting mated, so we'll take the queen. But yeah, I'm sloppy today. This is mate and 2. And I will verify now because I've been far too sloppy tonight. So if I go to e5 and he takes on h6, we're going to win g5. And then everything else. We are black, so we could trade queens and then promote. That should be quick enough. It's going to be close, so, but it's our only chance. We're not going to do better than that. We're not doing better than that. So you do it and you hope for the best. Here's a mate and 2. And we are black. Mate. Ooh, I heard a weird sound. I'm not sure what that was. So we have a check and we can take the rook. It's called a fork. Should be good enough. We're up a full piece. I don't see forks or anything from him. We are white. We have a bishop and knight. So check. And then mate. That's a mate and 2. And we have a check. And a mate. It's a mate and 2. We are black. So we could sack the exchange. He has to take, right? These pawns are scary, but I feel he has to take. And then I'm looking for geometry here. Yeah, I got close and I got sloppy. Yeah. Feels bad, man. So there's the geometry. There's always geometry on these. Okay, we are black. We're in check. So we could take. And then is that good enough? Well, we have to take. So we're forced to find it. I don't like these puzzles because you're forced to find it. Now, I think we're just pushing. Although you would think multiple moves here win. Right? You would think. But this is the most efficient. We're pushing the pawn. Okay, well, this picks up the queen. Can we get a mate here? No. Is this good enough? Because material is kind of equal. But then I have queen h6, threatening mate. And I don't think he can stop mate on both h8 and h7 there. Like maybe if he moves this rook, but that's just not going to be, I don't see how that's going to be good. And mate. We are, what's going on? We are white. Mate and 1, no? Am I blind? What is that about? Mate and 1? Why are we getting, computer feels bad for me. It's not a mate and 1. It's a mate and 2. But yeah, it still feels bad for me. I'll take the sympathy. We win the queen here at the very least. And this looks sensitive. We have a check here. Is it this? Knight h6. he has to take, and then I go queen h6. Then I can take the knight, and I've already got my material back. That looks good. Do I think? No, I don't. In fact, you know, I've been watching a lot of Raven on YouTube, and he's mostly self-taught. He's like never had a coach. I think he had a coach for like a week or something. Well, not a week, but he had very minimal coaching. He's always like self-taught. He's a GM. Yeah, Raven. Is his rook trapped? I think his rook is trapped. We are white. I think I can push and then play rook d5. Yeah, you start to pick up on some of these patterns. E6. Didn't see that. That's pretty scary. Wow. So if I take with the king and he takes on b6, I have queen b8. And if rook b8, then I have check, and then he goes here. But he's up a pawn or two there. I didn't see bishop g2. If I take with the queen, and then he takes on b6. Oh, I might have queen a8. Queen a8, queen d8. Man. This is hard. Or do I just take with the king and then take on b6 here? And then say that's good enough? Oh god, this is annoying. It's not... This is, I don't know how am I supposed to figure this out here. I kind of want to take it with the king. I like having the queen on b8, but here I get access to a8. That's also nice. What if he moves the rook? Then I also get access to c6. I don't know what c6 does for me. I don't know. This ain't so clear. I don't know how this is rated 1500. 1500 my ass. I know there's going to be a reason, but there's no way. It's annoying because they're guessing 50% chance. Oh, there's h4. That's it. H4, it's H4. Thomas, please don't suggest moves. It's this. So I think we have to take it with a king. Although I'm not sure. Maybe we don't have to defend this. Maybe I can allow queen h4. King G1. No, he's getting. He has a perpetual there. Yeah, so we're taking with a king. Good thing I didn't listen to Thomas. Never trust chat. Yeah, I have chat open. So please don't suggest moves. Yeah, so I think I'm taking here. Still not sure. This is still tricky. Because I could take on f7 as well. And then we have this. Okay, so it takes... If he takes with the f pawn... Oh, we have g6. So he can't do that. But like what... I mean, if he makes a run for it... I mean, my position is very good. Check. I don't know. But I'm taking the rook. Okay, that's a downvote, though. That's a terrible puzzle. Okay. Can I take and then bishop g5? Take bishop g5. That's got to be good. But is that just a trade? No, because I'm going to take again there. Check. Where's my dark squared bishop at? Where's all the dark squared bishops at? And then just knight g5. So bishop f8, knight g5, e6. Takes, and I can go knight e6. I don't see what's going to be better. Yeah, so I think we're taking on e6 here. Right, f takes. Check. Don't know if he goes king g7 or king h8. But then I'm just... it's... Oh, there's a discovery on the rook. Okay. We are black. So I'm thinking king b3. I guess he has to protect the bishop. If he goes to the corner, then I get this lovely square. I think we're happy as soon as we get to c2. That should just be happy square time. Take and then fork. Oh, we can't. Okay, there's a check. Okay, yeah, so maybe I take and then yeah, because he's not okay, he's separated. Separated here. Staggered the rooks. This looks nice. We have a discovery. Although I think he could actually just take. That's stupid. He can just take. Oh my god, this is going to be hard. This is going to be very difficult. Because no matter which way I take, he can just take on f3. What the heck? How am I supposed to do anything here? How am I supposed to do anything? I don't know how I'm supposed to do anything here. is rated 1700. I don't know what else it would be though, and I don't want to start with the bishop because he just takes the rook, and this isn't good enough. So there's rook f3, but he just goes queen f3. There's no Zwischenzug or anything. We just take. We're down the exchange. We do have a couple pawns for the exchange. Two pawns for the exchange. But I don't know about that though. I don't know. I don't know what else it'd be though. Like we're down a queen here. Well, we have two bishops for the queen. So I don't see, like, we're not going to get more out of it than that. So this might just be a bad puzzle. I don't like that one. That was garbage. Okay. Oh, I thought I had a rook. I don't even have a rook. Oh, man. I thought I saw a rook on h1. Oh, I can take the knight. Okay. Zugzwang. This is too tight. I think he's too fast there. So I think we take. He recaptures, and then he's in Zugzwang. Because he's going to have to give way. Ooh, but then what? Can I go a5? That's tricky. So takes. Yeah, this is tricky because he goes here. Or can I outflank him? No, I can't because he has king f7. Yeah, so I'd have to go here and then I can't even go a5. Oh, I can just go after the h-pawn. Take. If he goes here, I'm just going after the h-pawn. Of course. We're down a bishop. We have a pawn for the bishop. Wow. 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 How's there anything here? God, I'm 54 minutes into this. 13 viewers at least. At least people are watching. But what on earth are we going to do here? I have no clue. Okay, rook g6 is the only thing. Okay, it's rook g6. You know what's weird? I actually thought about that move for a split second at the very beginning, and then I discarded it. But it's rook g6. Queen has nowhere to go. That shouldn't have taken me so long to figure out. Okay, well, we take with a king, maybe. No. Yeah, we have bishop e7 to block. This is weird. This is very weird. So can I take the bishop? If check takes, I have a knight. I have an extra knight. Right? So, and if he goes d takes e5, then I have an extra knight. If he goes f takes e5, that's the real question. Then I have check here. Nice. Okay, we have check. We can pick up on d2. Should be good. Take with the queen. We are white. Might be a 7 of 9. Actually, what about check here? So check. He's got to go to g6 and fork. Okay. Lifelines? No, it's one of those things where you always start. You initiate. You initiate. Best he can do is counter, but we follow up on this initiation. And then his knight can't escape. And then, yeah, we run. But we can run two different ways. Are we just happy with the extra pawn? I mean, this seems good too. That's the weird thing. I know he can come here. No, yeah. So we're going to grab all these pawns. Okay. Threaten mate looks good. Although I could do it two different ways. This gives us... Oh, it doesn't give us that. The check I don't think does anything. You know, even if he just moves the king, I don't think we have anything there. So I want to... Oh, this... okay, so yeah, let's look at this, right? With threatening mate, he has to move the king. So, if king g2, which he has to play, otherwise it's mate. We take on h2, king f3, and party's over. I have nothing left. Yep. Ah, this is hard. And what's the difference between h5? Is this square better somehow? I don't see how, because it'll transpose. Or are we happy to go here? Because we're threatening... Well, we're not threatening mate. But we do have queen f5 there. Yeah, but it's weird because even if I got a free move, wow, 16 viewers. Hello, viewers. But if I go queen h6, king g2, queen f4, and even if I had a free move there, right? If I go queen h2, he's going knight f3. And I don't think that's great. King g2 is forced. I don't see a good in-between move there. Queen h2 looks forced. Queen g6 or queen g5, king g2, queen h2, king f3. Wait. King f3, I might have queen h3. Yeah. So king f3, queen h3 check. So we're making progress there. So he has two squares. He can go to e2 or e4. e4 is just getting closer to me. So we'll look at that after. If king e2, am I giving a rook check there? I don't know about that because he's got stuff like bishop e5. I know it's kind of he can sack it. He is up material. And I think I just noticed if I go here, he can just take my knight. So that puts us one step closer. So queen h5, king g2. So check. I should have seen queen h3 earlier. So queen h3, king e2. It's got to be... Oh, I have two rooks, though. Okay, so rook f, right? Blocking, we have f6. Actually, I thought, he's not up at material. Yeah, so that would win us the bishop, right? And then if he keeps running like king e2, king d2, then... That's still tricky. Still tricky. I think it's got to be queen h3 though. So queen h6, king g2, queen h2, king f3, queen h3, and then I'm looking at one move on this line, king e2. Yeah, and I think we have to give a check there with the rook. So rook f e8, king d2. Oh, I've got queen f4. Check. Queen f4, and then that's enough. Okay, so one more line to look at. If instead he goes here instead of to e2, so after queen h3, king e4, that's just bad though. Yeah, check. I'm still taking on f4 after. So this has to be it. And then after that, it just takes with the queen. Okay, stupid. There is this though, but we just give a check. Okay. That was a lot of work for the computer playing the stupidest move. So can I check and then push? Let's find out. King h7, or even just attack. No, because he just goes back with the king. Okay, so king h7. Or what if I go rook f7, rook f7, and then if rook d7, e6 doesn't cut it. Doesn't cut it. So bing bang. I'm not making progress there. So rook c8, king h7, e6, and then if fe, then I have f7. Then there's rook f5. So rook c8, king h7, e6, fe, f7, rook f5. I can still be up the exchange. Then I just promote. I think that's it. Yeah, so push takes f7, and then we just win the exchange. If he brings the king back, probably pushing is good enough. Spite check, and then yeah, I think I'm pushing. Although taking, yeah, I don't want to take because he just goes check. So although hang on, this is still tricky. The reason they don't play it out is because that means that the line has more than one winning solution. So it goes with a different line that only has one winning solution. So, but yeah, it's disappointing. Okay. Yeah, so if I go e7, he can take with check, and then I can still win the exchange though. So I think it's still e7. E7 takes, I hide, right? He goes back to defend, and I just promote. I'm up the exchange. Yeah. Okay. Okay, black. We are black. Ooh, I got heartburn. I ate way too quickly. Regret. I had made fried rice for dinner. Queen looks like it could almost be trapped here. And then how does he stick onto the bishop? Queen is awkward. Queen looks awkward. I don't see how he hangs on to the bishop, and I don't see any counter threats. Okay. What's going on here? We're down a pawn. There's a check. This would be close to mate. Excuse me. So if I give a check, I don't know what does this do? Does this do anything? Check. Doesn't do anything. Check, let him take once. I don't see how this does anything. Oh, we just take. How am I missing the most obvious? Oh my god. I'm angry at myself for not seeing this instantly. Last one. I want this square. So we take and then we go there. Bing bang. Now we just check to see that I'm not missing anything. He's got g7 after, but I don't care. I'm up a piece. I don't see what he's got here. Maybe he has a e6. I can just come back. I don't see how this is a problem. And I'm done. Okay, get one wrong on purpose now. Whoops, I'm trying to get one wrong. I'll go here. Okay, so that took a minute and 9 minutes. Sorry, an hour and 9 minutes. An hour and 9 minutes. So another slow session like yesterday, but I got there in the end. That is seriously all that matters. Got it on like attempt number 7 or something. Now it's time for a game. Do you want to play a game? Oh, cool. Chessable just gave me a discount. So I can buy the bird course now. And I'm going to. I decided not to get the video. I would get the video if it was 50% off, I think. But it's $300 just for the video. So I'm just going to get the book, the course. I could just figure it out on my own, as I have always with openings, but I'm going to try a course for the first time in my life. Okay, but now we're going to play a game. I might play e4 today, though. 2117 from Zimbabwe. 317 games only? He must have lots of blitz. Yes, he does. Okay. Hello, Gary. What are you talking about? Oh, I know it is Gary. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to... Oh, God, I don't want to play the closed. Yeah. Very interesting. G6 maybe? Or what about here? No, it's too weak. I think I'm going G6. Castle's D3. And he's going to go English on my ass. English on my ass. Rookie 1 even. I don't like this. Okay. I don't like this. I could take and get this structure. Push and get the structure. I'll just check. Although technically there's bishop e6 there. But that's getting a little too much for me. So I could take and then just knight e7. No, then he can take on c6. Well, maybe not immediately he can't. He has to play rook e1, right? Takes, knight e7. Yeah, but then rook e1, and he's threatening c6 there. Oh, no, he's not, though. Not if I castle. But, yeah, can I do that? Can I take knight d4, knight e7? Okay, this is dangerous, though. But I think I can do this. Rook e1 castles, and then I'm covered. He can just keep attacking me, though. I mean, this is very... I guess he can't go queen f3, but he could go bishop e3 or bishop f4. Bishop f4 looks annoying. That also looks annoying. Queen c7. Oh, God. Yeah, this is not good. Might have to go f6 even. Gets queen c7, queen e2, or rook e1. And I'm dead. I think I'm going to have to play f6. Well, or else bishop e6. I don't really want him taking, though. Might have to play f6 here. Rook e1. This is okay. I think I have to go here. Yikes. This is not what I wanted out of the opening. This guy's blinking. Don't like the blinking. Don't like the blinking. Okay. C5 maybe. That knight is quite annoying. Can he take on D6? I don't think so. I think I want C5. C5. Yeah. Okay. Happy to get that knight away. But now D6 is under fire. And that's a problem. I have one move, but then he has G4. I guess I have D5, but rook E1. Yeah, I might have D5 here. Okay. This is so uncomfortable, man. My king in the middle and move 13. I have the bishop pair, but I do not like the king. Yeah, so I just castle here. I don't think the exchanges are good. Oh, God, there's check here. He can sack and then check. I might have to go D4. At least I'm seeing these tactics. Actually, maybe I'm okay there. I have bishop E6 maybe. Castles. Yeah, and then rook takes E7, queen E7, check, and then bishop E6. Okay, I think I might be able to do that. Pre-move it to scare him. Then I have bishop E6. Bishop E6, he has rook E1. But I think I'm okay there. Okay. He abandoned his idea. D4. What's wrong with D4? I mean, that has to be good. Well, what's wrong is that now he's hitting my other pawn. That's what's wrong. Queen B6. Bishop here. Gets very complicated there. Oh, but that looks pretty bad. That looks pretty bad. Bishop B7 then. That's good. Bishop B7 should be good. Okay, rook A D1. Then maybe D4. Still, I don't like knight E4. Okay. Don't mind that. Knight F5. Oh, there's no, he can take and then there could be problems here. But I think I'm holding. There might be G4 later. Should I just go here? Okay. Have to start playing quicker now. Maybe I even take back with the knight. I think so. So G4. He'll play it too. Okay, survived the worst, but now I'm in major time trouble. That was a lot to survive. I still might have to end up playing D4 and then trading. Yeah. Yes, sir. Man, I predicted like all of his moves. No, let's defend the pawn. My bishop's too damn good. Bishop's too good. Oh, c3. c3. f5. It's kind of weird that I every move, I predicted every move. Okay. If he goes to g5. I don't know. Yeah, I think he's coming in here. He gets his rook active, but yeah, I think I want to go here. Oh, then he's got queen h6 after. So here, but then he's taking here. He's very good. I just didn't want to give up the bishop, but better than that. Better that than a pawn. Okay, yeah, so there goes my structure. He was very good. Wow. Man. Wait, how long was I up at night? How long was I up at night? When did that happen? I don't recollect that happening. It must have been, I don't know. It happened somewhere. I will flag, so don't worry about that. keep everything connected. I know his pawns will run in the meantime, I understand. But just keep things connected. You might want to trade here, actually. I can't really stop those pawns with my time. Okay, I'm glad he didn't. Keep things connected. I'm going to have to venture out soon and give it my best chance. But his pawns are just too good. Like, I don't have the time to defend this with 17 seconds. I feel like he should be trading queens would be the most practical choice. Where did I come from? I came from there. Second. Just gonna check this way. I just don't have time. He was quick. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, that was a tough opening to be in. That took a lot of my time there. So when did I win the night? Oh, here. Yeah, here. Yeah, I just got too slow as usual. I'm not going to analyze it. I was just too slow. It's always my problem. If I had 1 second increment, I'm fine, you know. Black again. Everybody's so quick. Everybody's so fast but me. Poor old me. I'm slow. Can I get away with B5? E5? He can still play. It doesn't stop D4. Or does it? I'm going to play it. Because I have G6 in here, so F5 isn't as worrying. Okay. I could try for F5. Would that be weird? G4? He's thinking about it. Can I play F5 anyways? And pretty double-edged. Double-edged. Probably... I don't know. I think it's just double-edged. I think it might be okay. But then again, he also has one knight closer on that side of the board. I have a knight over here. Okay. So this would be similar. He also has knight d5. Well, I brought the knight back, so I feel I have to go for it. Yeah, but this knight on d5 is going to suck. I have to watch out about this bishop doing damage, emotional damage. Yeah. So, knight d5, knight f6. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so knight f6. We challenge it. Right? Does he want me to take? I don't know if I mind that. I don't know if I mind it. Okay, I can't do that now because of forks. Shall I kick him out? Oh, is he thinking about this? Then discover. No, I'm protected. So h6. It takes away a square that I enjoy. Can he take here? No. I don't like putting that pawn there because of my bishop, but knight's got to go. Go home. And do I have a4 there? No, the bishop. Yeah, so he does take. I don't know if he can do that. I might have this. Oh, he's got check? That mate? That's mate. It's not quite mate, but it's winning, I think. Hang on, let's calculate. No, well, it's losing the bishop, right? So. No, that is mate. Yeah, so we have to take on f6. And we have to do it with the rook. Otherwise, we're getting forked. Or I could do it with a queen, technically. So the queen or the rook? Probably the queen. Plus, I think he had rook. He might have had knight f7 there had I taken with the rook. Yeah, he would have. So I had to take with the queen. So I think knight f3. Knight f7 doesn't make sense. So knight f3. Don't know why he's thinking about that. And then what? And then what? What? Okay. Here? I guess he can play that. Okay. F4. G3. Is this... Oh, he wants here again? Oh, shit. Oh, crap. A4. So that didn't help me. So how am I stopping this? Maybe I can just move the king. Scary, though. Oh, then he has... Oh, I guess I'm okay there. Barely okay. Barely okay. But I have king h7. Yeah, this does not look great. I'm just getting my ass kicked today. Yeah, I never liked it. I didn't want to play h6 earlier. I felt it was necessary. This position sucks. My pieces suck. Can it bring in the knight here? Knight d8. Trying to challenge him. I like knight d8 kind of. Let's go knight d8. Trying to plug in these holes. Don't know where I would want to go. I guess I can't go to f7. He can just take. So either bishop or knight e6. There's still stuff like f4 after. It's uncomfortable. So knight e6 takes. So I don't have to worry about that. But he could maybe take f4. That doesn't really bother me. Don't really want to separate the rooks, so I'm just going to go to b8. I think I just go e4 here. Or hang on, why don't I just take? What's going on here? What brilliancy has he come up with? Scary. But I don't see how this benefits him. Like maybe he wants the C file. I mean, it's scary. I mean, yeah, that could be dangerous. He gets rook a c1 in. That's like a brilliancy for this rating. I don't have to take, though, on d4. I'm going to, though. And then I take with the queen, because I have knight covering f7. Right, so check, take. I understand he's here, but then I'm just taking here. So I think I can do this. But yeah, I'm going to buy the course tonight. And I will start going through it. Whoa, how did I miss that? Okay, so I have to take the knight? It's the only move. I have to take the knight. And then he's got check. Wow. Why did he have to think about that if this was his plan? Why did he have to think about it? It's just mate. I don't understand why he had to think about that. Maybe he'll take with the, maybe he won't give me a check. Yeah, I'm not sure why he had to think about that. I'm going to go to the engine on that one. What a move. That pawn move. d4. Although, did that even... d4. So what are that? 2 losses? I lost the other game too, right? Yeah, so 2 losses. Chess is hard. They play so quick and accurately. It's so hard. So where was it? Yeah, so I was still fine here. It actually wants me to take with a C pawn. I didn't want to open up the C file though. But then we have e4 apparently. The real blunder was just taking here. I just didn't see queen g6. Didn't see the weakness of my light squares. Didn't notice. So I had to challenge the bishop. But yeah, he's got too much pressure on me here. That's a tough game. That was a tough game. It was very... So yeah, f5 and this whole rook e8 business was a bit of an experiment. It was actually okay. Not ideal though. Instead, the computer's recommending knight h5. What's this about? What's this about? Let's just say he moves the king. Still wants to go here? Oh yeah, opening up this bishop makes sense. Wait, how did that other line go? How did that open up? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so if you play G3, oh, you can't. So we can actually go there? Okay, so if he ignores it, then what am I doing? Oh, then we're targeting D3 already. But yeah, nothing in too particular. Maybe I give him too much space. I also give him D5 when I do this. Although, what if he goes for D5 already? We still have this. Okay, so we went King H2. But he can't kick us out easily. It's very hard for him to kick out that knight. Did you play a royal? I don't play E5. I don't know. I just got outplayed. What can I say? Two losses in a row. First one on the clock, second one on the board. I'd rather be on the board, though. E4 today. I don't like losing. Losing sucks. But at least I lost on the board. I will, you know, I'll say that. I didn't get flagged last game. It's not the Najdorf Scheveningen, it's this one. So I think this one I can go G4 right away. I think. This is very rare. I could be wrong. No, I think this is right, but I haven't seen this in a very long time. I think it's actually Knight F5 here. I know normally you don't want to do this, but I think here we do. And it's I mean, because what else are we doing, right? So, and then well, we have one square, but I thought there was something fancy here. Is E5? I don't know. I don't remember this. I only this is very rare. I remember it just here, but I think we are going to E3, but I also thought there might have been something fancy here. Like giving a check first. Because if he blocks, right, we can take on E6. It might be, yeah. So it might be here. So he might have to go Knight C6. Right? Because otherwise I have this check. So Knight C6, and that doesn't help me. And then, but do I do that and then go Knight E3? No, I'm just going to go straight back. It was worth exploring though, but I think he just has Knight C6. H4? No, he's threatening here. Might be Rook G1. I'm getting out. It's going to be 3 losses in a row. Bishop E2. I'm really delaying castling here. He's getting... Okay, going Bishop E2. Do I have Knight B5? This drops. H4. h4 takes, and then he comes here, maybe. But I'm playing it here. I could actually take with a pawn. That might be good. But it's so slow for me. No, I should take it with the bishop. Take with the bishop. He might even have queen b6 here. This, wow. So I can force a trade. Could also do it this way. This might be better. But it drops a pawn. Okay, so we have to do it this way. Would g5 make any sense? Knight h5. Okay, let's try this. Okay. I think I'm making progress. Knight d5. I could do either knight now. So maybe knight c d5. Although I don't know where I'm going. What if I do it with this knight? Then I think he has to take on c1. But that's where I want a castle. I could take with the queen, and then he's coming in here. I think it's playable, but I think I want to go knight cd5. But the thing is, I'm not threatening anything. Takes, and then I come back here. But yeah, maybe. Okay, let's try that out. We'll try that. Takes and then knight d5. Oh god, my king's going to be in the middle for a very long time. Might even just... Well, no, I don't want to castle kingside. That's too deadly. Okay. So he's hitting e4. I have check now, though. I could check and then f3 or something. I know I can take his bishop. It's tempting, but check is also tempting. King D. He would have to either go king f8 or whatever this square is. King d7. No, that's illegal. So he'd have to go king f8, which is not bad for him, I don't think. Not too bad. And then what, f3? I think I'm going to go for that. His rook is stuck. His rook is stuck, and I'll just go f3. He comes in here, though. It's annoying. And then there's queen a5 and stuff, but I'm doing this. Yeah, so knight d4, c3. Gotta watch out for this check, actually. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. What about knight e d5? He still has this check. And then I'm in the same boat as him. I have to go king f1. I could maybe go h5. That's for later. That's for later. Knight c4. I'm liking knight c4, but then... Okay, let's do that. Can he push? Maybe I go c4, but then this is strong. c4, binding down to d5. Oh no, yeah, maybe here. What was wrong with this? Nothing's wrong with that. We're going here. Yeah, I don't want him playing d5. And I think I want to take it with the queen because I still want a castle. Still want a castle. Okay. I think we're in decent shape now, but I have no time on the clock. Okay, so knight d4. So knight d4. He can have this. This is like a Sveshnikov. So I know this. This is, you just play it like a Sveshnikov. Don't know where to put the queen though. They both seem fine. I'll go here. No, that's the worst square in the world. Okay. Okay, disaster averted. I almost went to e3, but this is very Sveshnikov-y, and I know my Sveshnikov. So we just want a castle. Doesn't mean we're out of danger if we castle. But this is funny. This is so much a Sveshnikov now. Now we castle. And we're looking better and better, but I have no time. Okay, king b1. He resigns. Position's too good. It's like a Sveshnikov. Flip the board. Okay, it's obviously premature resignation, but I think why he might have resigned too is because he did have kind of a, well, I don't know if it was a good position. I don't know if he ever had a good position, but he doesn't have much here, I don't think. Maybe he's got knight d4 and he could take, but I'm better. It's probably plus 1.5 or something. But he had a big time advantage. He might have had to go somewhere. Like, who knows why he resigned. Vivek says, was there a queen trap after knight d7? Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I didn't see that. Not sure why I didn't see that. No, I just missed d6. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. Other than that, I think I played pretty well, actually. I think knight f5 is right in that opening. Like g4 and the knight f5. It's like the carries attack. It's the carries attack. I think Judith Polgar played it a lot. 14 viewers. Oh, just went down to 11. Oof. Yeah, I guessed plus 1.5 there. And it's actually more. Well, no, it's about plus 1.5. Nailed it. 1.6. Spooky. Suspicious. Right? Look at that. Plus 1.7. Okay. But I had a better position earlier. So let's just start from the beginning. Yeah, it's the carries attack. And yeah, knight f5 was best. So I did remember. And he's just winging it here. Bishop e2 was a fine. Yeah, I played it well. Yeah, it's like a bad Sveshnikov. For black. I don't know why. But it be. G5 was best. It wants to go with the other knight. It's always the other knight, eh? Yeah, I should have just taken the pawn, though. And I spent a long time on this move, too. I spent a minute, and I didn't even see the free pawn. Didn't even see the free pawn. That's sad. Spending a minute on it. I'd have to calculate a lot of stuff, though, like queen a5. It is kind of dangerous, but I can just go back, I think. Queen d1 if I have to. It wants me to take on f4. It likes knight f6, but it's saying this is stronger. And then knight d5. I guess we're getting this pawn. So I was a bit... Although, this is still a little bit dangerous. Yeah, and then here it doesn't want to take the pawn. Why not? You can take the pawn. Computer wants to play other stuff, but I don't know if I would play that. That's needlessly complicated. Anyways, that's not what happened. I think I played it fine. He wants to go knight ed5 here. Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise he can start pushing for d5 again. Although, can't I still just... I don't know. There's some subtleties there, apparently. Yeah, computer says white only has a small advantage here, but well, we have a bad bishop. That's true. Yeah, this was his mistake. Knight c6. He wants to go with the other knight. Yeah, not this knight. Yeah, it wants... So what's the difference here? I don't know. I'm too lazy to look it up. There's some difference, apparently, for black. Okay. Going to play another one. 2 wins, 1 loss. I mean, two losses, 1 win. And 2100. Ooh, 2-month-old account. I don't know. 1700 bullet, 2100 rapid. Let's see. I don't know. 2 months old. Should I risk it? Oops. I was thinking about it still, but my time ran. But it's a new account. I don't want to play new accounts. 2 months old. Stop making new accounts. Okay. 3-year-old account. There we go. A real account. A real player. Philidor. Wow. We're going to get an opera. But I don't play the opera. Ooh, yeah, this line. Haven't seen this in a long time. Oh, boy. This is actually kind of tricky. I forget if we take or not. I've seen this, but not for ages. Might be bishop c4, actually. Again, then it gets really sharp. No, but bishop c4 is your bishop f3. I think it's bishop f3. Yeah, so I don't think that works. Could be wrong. I'm scared to take on d6. Might have to, though. Otherwise, there's bishop b5. Bishop b5, d takes e5. Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in this opening, in this line. Bishop e5, d takes e5. I can't take on e5 because I'm getting mated. Similar here, he can take with the rook. Maybe do I just play knight c3 even? Then there's knight d4 later. It's tricky. I'm really scared to take. I'm going to play knight c3. Oh, there might be here too. Like takes in there. Okay. This can't be right though. I have to look this up after. This is a very tricky opening. Yeah, this is a problem. That's why he played it. This is so tricky. Bishop G5. I'm going to go Bishop G5, I think. Can he take it? No. Okay. He's gonna waste all my time because it's too tricky. H3? No, he's maybe I have to take time to take. And maybe I should have just done that in the first. Like maybe maybe it's just a gambit. I don't know. I was too scared. I'm very scared. I'm very scared here. H3, 95. I'm taking the bishop. So he might take, and then he has this. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I'm so scared here. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. Bishop, Queen D2 rather. Can I do this? I don't know. I have to do something. I really have to look this up after. Holy man. Okay. Now, I think the dangers are over. Okay, I think we survived. We have the bishop pair. And the threats are over with. Knight D5. I mean, that has to be decent. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, right into the microphone, eh? And take was the pawn. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have a discovery. Hitting F3, that's a problem. I think I have to defend it. Ooh, there's almost stuff like here. Later. Okay, so let's defend that. You might go King B8. So we have a check. There's Queen A5. Queen A5. Can I get away with that? Scary. Scary. How do I take? Maybe with the pawn. And then is this a threat? Check. Okay, I'm going to take with the pawn. My bishop's are pointed out as king, so I'm going to try for it here. So can I take? No, he can run. He can run. Attack. I gotta start playing quicker. I can pin him, but then there's this. Wait, did he just plug? He just plugged up this. So now I have check. Mate? Oh, it's not quite. Oh, that's so close though. Take, check. King B8. It is mate. It's mate. Unless he has he might have a in between move like something, but this is mate. I think it's mate. I thought it's mate here. He's got a bishop covering F or C7 though. He has this check, because normally you can do this, but here check, because here he is knight B8. So check, knight B8. Yeah, so I think I might have to do a rook lift here. Or else I'm taking a draw. I might take a draw. If I do it this way, check, knight B8. Yeah, I don't see. Maybe I can bring in the rook. Oh boy. I don't know. I need help. I need more pieces here. There we go. The Mr. Rook helped. Oh. Yeah, normally there's not this. There's that little motif where you can check with the queen and the bishop and then go here. Okay. Oh. I risked it all for the biscuit. So what is that? 2 losses, 2 wins. So what was this opening? Oh yeah, this filler. I really have to look at this again. I also thought there was like a transposition here, but I don't think there is. I know that, you know, objectively this is not good for black, but it is very tricky. Yeah, maybe it's just taking and surviving. So let's take a look. Does it have a name? No name. Yeah, it's just taking. Although bishop b5 has performed very well. 60% win rate. Is this more straightforward? Yeah, maybe this might be simpler. So you could also just go bishop b5. That's simpler, I guess. But it looked tricky to me. I was seeing ghosts here. I got nervous. So I guess you take, and if they take on f3 first, I guess we have no problems. We're just up a pawn. And if he takes, the best way is bishop d6. This gambit, Philidor gambit. Doesn't have a name, but it's like a Philidor gambit. And then you can play anything here, but it looks terrifying. Like I didn't want to take Black's development really scared me here. Yeah, bishop e5, neutralizing the knight, and then then we just simplify, and it's still it's still tricky though. It's still a tricky opening, regardless. You have to think like I would be scared to face this in a tournament. And let's just see if I missed anything. I'm sure I did. Apart from the opening. Yesterday, I finally finished that Indian snack. How long did that last me? Like 5 weeks or something? Okay, so yeah, I think this was just in the opening. So I played well then, apart from the opening. So yeah, I should have taken on d6. And then here, this was actually not good. It wants me to take on... I was just too scared. I didn't want... This just felt... I'm just so far behind in castling. Well, 2 moves away, but it just scared me. The development, lack of development really scared me. Yeah, so I guess this allows bishop f3. Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, no, sorry. I was going to do this. Yeah, and this would have been okay. But I guess we're giving back a pawn at the end. That's the difference. No, but are we? No, wait, we're down a piece there. Wait, how did I... Wait, how could that be? Oh, yeah, because he's starting by taking a knight. So I have to save my bishop. And then... Who the hell knows what's going on there? But yeah, anyways, I'm going to end it there. I ate too much dinner and too quickly, so I have a bit of a stomachache right now. And it's a 2-hour and 15-minute stream. Let's see if we finished in the green. Because I had 2 wins, 2 losses. Nope, finished in the red, but I'll take it. At least I'm treading water at 2100. I'll be back tomorrow. I might read a couple pages of the course I'm going to buy tonight on the bird. Yeah, okay, I'll be back tomorrow.